Hey buddies, SomeNutzGuy here. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. In this video, we're going to talk about a mod called Valheim Plus. Valheim Plus is essentially Valheim vanilla, but you can customize it in any way, shape, or form you want. It doesn't add new things to the game. It just manipulates the existing things and features within the game. As an example, it can do things like modify the stamina consumption and regeneration, modify stamina consumption when using tools and weaponry, modifying food duration, disable the food degradation over time, which essentially means that instead of your health and stamina going down over time as it's longer and longer since you've eaten, you maintain the full health and stamina bonus that you have from that food until it depletes and you need to eat again, which obviously I feel is very nice because the degradation of food and stamina values are quite a pain in the butt. Loads of different things. You can change so it shows you how much experience you gain when you do things. You can change the amount of experience required to gain a skill. There's camera options, map options, modify the amount of resources that are dropped when things are destroyed, modify the way wagons or fireworks, change the game difficulties at will. You can manipulate the different inventories within the game. The player inventory can be extended up to 20x8, which is massive. You know, I really wanted a larger inventory as I was playing the game, as an example. So many different things, so I'm not going to go through everything here with you. I want to show you what it's all about, how you can kind of manipulate the factors within it, and then you can obviously go through this and learn all the individual things that you might want to add to fully customize your Valheim experience. The link for this page is in the description below, and I'm going to show you how to install this, even though I've done a video on how to install mods, which also will probably be linked in the description below. This one's a little bit different because of the way that it works, so I'm going to show you how to install it as well. So the way to do that is go to manual, and then you go to manual download. You want to take the Windows client because this is for a Unix server. That's for a Windows server. If you're playing it on your PC, your solo world kind of thing, you want to manually download this Windows client version. Go to slow download. And that should pop in your downloads folder here. So now you got your downloads folder. You're going to want to pop this into your Valheim folder. Now the Valheim folder can be found via Steam. You go to your Valheim, you right click Valheim, go to manage, browse local files, and that will bring you straight to your Valheim folder. So that's the correct folder, and you just want to drag and drop this zip file in there and extract it here. Now this should replace some of the files. Once you've replaced all of those files, you would be good to go, except for the fact that the Valheim Plus mod doesn't really do anything until you configure it. Yes, this mod does require a bit of effort and configuration to get it to do what you want it to do. And that's the beauty and the downside, the pro and the con of it, is that, you know, it's not a specific mod that does a specific thing, so it does require configuration depending on what you want to do, and that takes time. However, it is such a cool mod that has so many different things to it that you can do that it can really change your game experience. So to modify that, you're going to need to go to your config file. So if you're in your Valheim folder, go to BepInEx, you go to config. There's a bunch here for other mods that I've installed, but the one that you're looking for is Valheim Plus. Very simply named Valheim Plus. Now this is a long list of stuff that if you just look at it can be kind of confusing, but it's actually really quite simple. Firstly, the top part of each section, section says change falsitude to enable this section specifically. So if, as an example, I know there's inventory settings around here somewhere, right around here, I believe. Workbench, board, I'm looking for the inventory settings. Oh, here's first person settings. So if we wanted to enable the first person mode, you go change falsitude to enable this section. So you change this to true to enable the first person mode as an option that you can do, and then you'd be able to press F10 to enter first person mode. With this field of view of 65, you can press page up to increase, page down to decrease the field of view. So that's a section here, and that's kind of how sections work in terms of enabling them, and then you can change the individual options. You can actually change these hotkeys here as well if you wanted. But there's one that I wanted to show you, which is the inventory. I believe this is here, the inventory section. So again, to enable this section, the inventory section as a whole, you need to change this from false to true. Now, the player inventory number of rows inventory is resized up to 6 rows. Higher values will be added as a scroll bar. Default 4, min 4, max 20. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to max this out at 20, and the player inventory number of rows. Okay, so this is just the number of rows. Cool, max 20. There we go. Happy days. So I'm now going to save this. I should have maxed out the player inventory, and I should be able to enable first person mode. Again, I'm not going to go through all of this. You can then go and sort of see what options you might want to change yourself and manipulate all of those at will. So we're going to load up our Valheim, and we'll cut to when we have that loaded so we can show you these changes. We just loaded into Valheim. It is nighttime, so it's a little bit dark, but that doesn't really matter for what we need to show you. I'm going to hit tab, and you're going to see a massive inventory that I've got here. I mean, this is just fantastic. I wish I had this when I did my actual playthrough. I'm probably going to do a modded playthrough with all of these cool mods that I'm discovering while making these videos. So yeah, lots and lots of inventory space. If I hit F10, I enter first person mode. Oh, you can actually look around as well. It seems it's a little bit odd. You can kind of, look inside yourself there a little bit. But, this is a first-person mode for Valheim. And it's obviously, just kind of been made to it's a little bit janky because it's not a native. It's kind of cool, though. You can actually see your own body. Normally in a first-person mode, you can't necessarily see your own body there as well. You can actually see your shoulders and whatnot. Anyway, that's first-person mode. Obviously, pressing page up and page down decreases and increases the field of view for you there in first-person mode as well. Like I showed you, you can change any of your options in the entire game pretty much through the config that I showed you. Guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. I've also been streaming, I might be streaming more Valheim now that I'm going to be looking at modded, but I'm kind of waiting for new content. But I stream 5 days a week regardless. We play a lot of different games on the channel. We go live at 1 o'clock every single day except Monday and Friday. That's 1 o'clock UK time. And the channel is twitch.tv/SomeNutzGuy. It would be great to see some of you guys there. Regardless, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.